Well, quite cold and quite windy today, Friday again. Another week gone quickly. Fish were out this morning looking for food, but they're not eating. Put some food in for them, they haven't touched it. So put the skimmer on to pick it all up again, to take it out of the pond. The temperature's not that bad today. It was down to just on 3 last night. At the moment it's just on 9.1. However, it's a good day to test everything on the pond, to test the amount of electricity I'm using. So that's what we will do now, see what we're using on the pond. This is my new pump which I bought a few months ago, and at the moment this is running all the air into the pond. There's nothing else running on the pond at all, no water, no nothing. I've switched everything off to test the wattage of this air pump. Now it's advertised as 55 watts, so we will see what we are running it at now. Well, the meter there tells me I'm currently using 1 watts. So I'm using 1 watt at the moment of power through the air pump. So now I'm going to swap it with my old air pump that I've had for a few years and see what the difference is. And as we can see, that the old filter, pond air filter, is still running at 1 watt, so both machines run at the same. So now I'm testing my variable pond pump. That's the water pump, and the power is the same. The variable pond pump is running at 54 watts. Now whether I turn it onto high flow or low flow, the wattage going into it is exactly the same. So variable pump, although you would think it would reduce the power, doesn't. The power is constant. It just reduces the water flow. So now we are testing the UVC. On my pond it is 36 watts. However, it's only using 33 watts. So this now gives me an idea of what power I will be using basically in the summer, in the spring, in the winter. And the last thing to test will be the skimmer. We can see from this that the skimmer, although only small, is using the most power at 38 watts. So that basically indicates to me that the skimmer will only go on when it's essential. In fact, I've just turned it off now so that I can turn on my air again. So the skimmer and the air together is only coming out at 37 watts. 38 watts. There we go, stable. The skimmer obviously is making the difference. So the skimmer on with the air pump is roughly between 37 and 38 watts both together. So now we will turn everything off and we will turn on just the air pump again, and we will leave that on. So now all we have running is the old air pump. Which is running at 1 watt. So through the winter I need to keep off the variable pond water pump as much as I can. Obviously there's no UV going to be on, and just have the air pump on for the most of the time to give oxygen into the pond for the fish. Obviously as the fish are not getting fed, they're not going to need the filtration on either, so I will put that on probably for just 1 day a week. So basically all I'll be using is 1 watt throughout the week, except for 1 day when it'll jump up when I put the water pump on. To do these measurements, wattage, etc., I'm using one of the tapo plugs, which gives you a constant readout of the energy you are using, and I have them controlling everything in my garden. Here I've got them controlling my light in the shed. Here I've got them controlling the garden lights, and I've got them controlling the cameras and the pond. So they're all in here, all remotely controlled, so I can control the pond from anywhere in the world really, and the garden lights and the security cameras. So everything is controlled by the tapo plugs. I think these are the 110s, and they're worth the money. I think they're about £8 each at the moment, but are well worth getting. One thing to remember, if you do use tapo plugs, to make sure that you're not pumping a lot of power through them, because I think they're only rated to a certain amount of power going through them. I think it's about 1000 watts or something. So that would be something like, oh, let me think, probably a 3-bar electric fire. So they'll run basically everything in the house. Anything in the house you can put on them. I've had, in fact I do have fridge freezers on them, and I've also had a washing machine going through one of them as well, and it worked fine. So that's the Friday then, Halloween night tonight. So get ready for all the kids that'll be coming and knocking on the door, and I'll see you in the next one.